Page 28, Skip to My Lou. At the top of page 28, they talk about what they call the principal chords of G major. I've already explained what G major is. It is a key. It has one sharp and F sharp in it. So on a piano, you play in G major, you're going to use all the white keys except for the F sharp. Well, every key has primary chords. I've talked about primary chords before. There's 3 of them. They call them principal chords. Over here in America, we call them primary chords. In C major, we covered them. You have the C chord, the F chord, the G7 chord, back to C. You need to learn them in both hands. Well, now we got them in G major. And they are, simply put, the G chord. Remember, it's a chord with every other note, where the bottom note's G. Then a C chord, except we're not playing this arrangement. We're going to play this arrangement. So it's a C chord with the G on the bottom. That's because when in G major we don't want to move the hand that much. Well, in any key you don't. So we can get from a G chord to a C chord simply by changing the top 2 notes. It's the same thing we did in C major, going from a C to an F chord. We're doing it here in G major to a C chord. And a D7 chord, which is here. Just memorize it. It's got the F sharp on it. Those are the 3 primary chords in G major. Yes, you do need to know them. We will call them other names later on. Just right now, G, C, D7, G. In Skip to My Lou, we use these in the left hand. You've got them throughout. And again, they put in the chord symbols above the top staff, so if you have a guitar player around, they can play along with you. It works out very well. Now, in Skip to My Lou, it's in 4/4 time. This is in the key of G major, because if you look at the beginning of the staves, there is a sharp shown. And it's a specific play. You don't just put it on any line or space. It goes exactly where they show. In the treble clef, the upper staff, it goes in the top line, because if there's a note on that line, it's an F. That F. Well, in a key signature, they only show one of them, but it's understood, the rule is, it applies to all. So even though they're only showing a sharp on this F, it applies to any F, anywhere, everywhere for the piece. So regardless of where the F might be, that's it. Instead of an F. In the bottom staff, in the bass clef, it's in the next to the top line. Well, remember that's an F clef, also between the dots. And here, so it's here. But again, it applies to all Fs. Anywhere on the bass clef, any F anywhere is automatically an F sharp. And that's the way this works. In the 3rd measure over in the first line, look at the left hand. You have that D7 chord. You have that F in there. It's an F sharp because there's an F sharp in the key signature. If there were not an F sharp in the key signature, like it's in C major, that would not be an F sharp in the 3rd measure. That'd be an F natural. So that's the way the rule works. This has repeat signs, so we're going to play it twice effectively. Let's try it out. 4/4 time. The fingers, where they go? Well, the right hand starts out 3rd finger on B. So that's going to put you in a G position because the bottom note's G. You might move around a little bit. Take a look at the 3rd measure in the right hand, first line. Your 2 A's. Now you have an F sharp. Those are F sharps. Remember, all Fs are sharped. So just slide your hand toward the fall board. This thing is a fall board. And so your thumb, because your thumb's a short finger, so you got to come in so you can play the F sharps. And then once you're done with them, you can come back out here. Don't try and play the piano with your hands up here in the black key area. It's cumbersome. It's awkward. Just don't. Stay out here as much as you can. You only slide up in there when you have to. And in this case, you have to for the F sharps. And then when the next measure, when they play the A, you can come back out. Now, those are eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You can get the counting. Okay. I know you got it. That's all right. Just checking. So you're in G position. In the left hand, you're starting out with the G chord here, so you're in G position. Now, you have to change slightly to get the D7 chord, but you can do that. Sing it if you want to. I ain't singing it, but you can. That's why there's two sets of words. For, first time you play it, it's the top set of words, and second time you play it, it's the bottom words. Probably figured that out already, but I tell you because I like to talk, I guess. 1, 2, ready, go. 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3. Repeat. 4, 1, 3, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, rest.